Hello everyone, welcome to Kishore English Info YouTube channel. Today we discuss one of the important topics of English grammar, sentence structure. Although it is a simple and basic structure of the grammar of a sentence, yet very vast in content. Before we see it in detail, I request you to subscribe my YouTube channel if you are a newcomer and click a bell icon so that you will get notifications whenever I upload a new video. Well, coming to today's topic, to speak any language fluently and grammatically, letters, words, sentences, and along with the standard grammar and vocabulary are very essential. English is such a popular and known language, consists of 26 letters. Out of 26 letters, 21 consonant letters, 5 vowels, 21 consonants and 5 vowels together we make a 44 sounds. Look at the vocabulary here, letters A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. While using these letters, we frame words, and to frame words, we use a different type of structure in a sentence. The words can be arranged in order. So, what is the basic structure we follow? We are going to see in the topic. The basic structure of the sentence is subject, verb, and object. So what is a subject, what is a verb, what is object, we are going to see in detail in this video. What is a subject? A subject can be a word, a phrase, a clause. Generally a subject that what we talk about, whom we refer in a given sentence. As I told you earlier, it can be a noun, a compound noun, a noun phrase, a noun class, even a pronoun. Let us see first how noun acting in place of subject. A noun is a name of person, place, things and animals we use in the beginning of the sentence as subject. Look at an example here. Ramesh is a good student. Ramesh is a name of person. We are talking about Ramesh in the given sentence. So noun acting as subject. Now coming to compound noun. Compound noun is nothing but two nouns together we use as single word. Two nouns together as a single word as a noun again. So compound noun. Doorbell, handkerchief, firewood. We use these words, two words together as single word in place of subject. Firewood is not provided to many people due to lack of plants and trees. Handkerchief is carried by people wherever they go. Knock the doorbell if you are entering into anyone's house. Before you enter the house, knock the doorbell. So those are the examples for compound nouns. Well, let us see what is a noun phrase. How can we use noun phrase in place of subject? A noun phrase is a combination of adjective or maybe a noun. So noun is a common and it can be a combination of any other parts of speech like adverb, adjective, maybe you can use as a pronoun, it can be used as some kind of verbs like participles, but rarely we use pronoun as phrases. No, I think never we use. Look at an example here. Good manners. Good is an adjective, manners is a noun. So together we make a phrase and acting as a subject in the given sentence. We are talking about in the sentence good manners. Good manners are taught to children. What we taught? Good manners. Coming to noun class. A noun class is combination of a subject, verb and object. A noun class is acting as a subject in the given sentence in the structure of again subject, verb and object. Look at an example. Who are you is a class. The whole sentence acting as a subject in the main sentence is the biggest topic today for everybody. Who are you is the biggest topic today for everybody. The burning issue, the issuing progress cards to children is biggest task. So we can use those classes in a sentences as a subjects. Well, coming to much detail about a subject, in place of noun, sometimes not. Majority of the times we use a pronoun as a subject in place of noun. Now let us see an example here. Kiran is a great singer. Kiran is a noun. And now look at another example. He sings melodiously. He referring to again Kiran. So he is a pronoun acting as a subject in the given sentence. Let us see the table, and it is a clear and detailed picture about a pronoun, but we are not going to discuss it much detail. Only we concentrate on subjective case pronouns, the pronouns that we use as subjects like I, we, you, he, she, it and they. Those are the pronouns we use as a subject in the given sentences. Well, look at so far we have completed what is the subject in the given sentence structure. Now let us move to another step, that is verb. So what is a verb? The word comes from a Latin word verbos, means a word. A verb is a word that shows actions, being and possession. Action word is a main verb. Being, it shows an existence in the form of is, am, was, were. Possession, nothing but belongings that I have, she has, they have. Okay, and past tense had for everybody. So verb is a Latin word verbose, means a word. That word we use to show action, possessions and beings. Sometimes in the sentences we use verb phrase. Verb phrase is nothing but again combination of helping verb and main verb. If there is no helping verb, there will be main verb. Sometimes main verbs are going to be acting as a actions. Again, sometimes it can be existence. Sometimes it can be as a possession belongings. Now let us see much detail about verb and kinds of verb where we can use in a given sentences. Verb, according to its chronological order, it divided into two parts. The first one is actions, the second one is helping verbs. Main verbs, helping verbs. Main verbs, helping verbs. Two types of verbs we are going to discuss. So main verbs are mainly actions. Helping verbs are mostly helping verbs. You can take, those are modals. Well, let us see first main verbs. Main verbs are actions like sing, dance and play. Now, before we discuss main verb, you will find there is a V1, V2, V3, etc. So V1 generally stands for basic form of an action, sing, dance and play. What is a V2? V2 is a past form of a base action, sang, ate, drank, past form of base action. Coming to V3, V3 is a past participle, past tense of the V2. Participle is unchangeable further. So past participle is V3. Now using this V1, V2, V3, we have divided the main verbs into two parts as a regular and irregular. Regular verbs V1, V2, V3. When we convert a word from V1, V2, V3, the structure of the word repeated as it easily and added some suffixes like ed in the sentences or words. Ask, asked, ask word repeated and ed is acting as suffixes here. So hope, hoped, hoped. So the same, the word is repeating. Coming to irregular verbs, V1, V2, V3, the word completely changes. Eat, ate, eaten, go, went and gone. This is irregular verbs that we have seen. While coming to verbs, helping verbs are very important in your daily life, that we often frequently we use those words in our sentences. Let us see, helping verbs are again subdivided into two forms: primary modals, auxiliary modals. Primary modals are generally those being forms using he, she, it. We use is, I am, we, they, are. If it is a past tense, was, were for singular we can use. So those are showing existence of the persons or place or things, that whatever you use in place of subject. Well, coming to do forms are very important. Do forms helps us to act as a main verb, and it is always combination of actions, part and parcel of action words. How it can be? Look at an example here. V1 plus do is equal to V1 means the main verb is always combination of do form. Sing plus do is equal to sing. V1 plus does is equal to V1s. So V1s nothing but he, she, it. We use a word sings, plays, writes, etc. And past tense V1 plus did is equal to V2. So it is a past tense. Sing plus did is equal to sang. And we won't use a participle because participle word is always accompanied with a helping verb like is, am, was, were, or have, has, had. Well, coming to have forms, belongings, have, has, had, those are possession words that we show that I have, she has, they had. Now primarily we will see examples of each and every modal verb with the primary modals as well as auxiliary modals. Look at an example. I am a doctor. Kiran is writing short stories. We are given a new syllabus. She was reading an old novels. They are preparing for final examinations. How can we use do? I do my homework daily. She does not eat non-veg. They did their homework. We have done our regular activities. Have forms. They have a new fountain pen long back, even now also. She has a long hair. Had. She had her breakfast at 9 a.m. She had, the time completed, so she had her breakfast. I kept a voice here, be, being, been. Most probably we use those verbs in a passive voice only. She will be given a new books, new toys. Games are being played by them. She has been awarded. So generally we use those be forms in a passive voice only. Those are also comes under verb forms. Coming to auxiliary modals. Shall I order a pizza? I will do it. Sunny can sing well. The principal may come to the class. You should not smoke in public places. I would do it for you if I were you. Could you please show me your mobile? Or could you give me your mobile? She must take medicine daily. She might be here in a few minutes. I used to sing a songs. You need not to bring all the books. You dare not enter the office room. You ought to study very well. Now let us see the last part of the sentence structure is object. What is object? Generally an object tells about subject. Here there is a direct and indirect object. Kiran gave him. Who gave? Kiran gave. To whom? To him. To him is a direct answer that talks about a subject, so that is a direct object. What he has given to him? A pen. Indirect object. So indirect object can be again a noun, again it can be a phrase, it can be a pronoun, it can be a something else, it can be further we can talk about. So object, verb, subject is a completion of sentence structure to speak melodiously and beautifully in your conversations. So thank you very much. Please do make a beautiful sentences. Make your conversation rich and beautiful. Thank you for watching my video. Stay tuned to Kishore English Info YouTube channel. If you like it, please comment. Thank you. Have a nice day.